Good morning, Stanton. Or is it? If you have been following Star Citizen, if you are looking at Star Citizen videos right now on YouTube, you probably know there has been some changes, not really to the development. Things are the same, but there has definitely been some changes to uh, what they're showing as far as releases and what's coming up and what they are hoping to release in the next patch. And that was part of the roadmap roundup. And I'm not going to get into this too deeply. I'm not going to be showing a lot of the problems that are existing and showing a lot of the things that are being said on Spectrum or that are being said on the RSI website itself, because that information is all out there. I'll put links to some of the things I talk about in the description below and really talk about some of the changes. But there have been a few things removed and a few things added. When I say few things added, I mean very few. When I say a few things removed, I mean quite a bit. And so you can see a lot of people are kind of upset about that. I can understand it. Now, for the most part, I try not to really complain too much about the development of Star Citizen or how some things are being handled or some of the errors. If it's something that I would hope to be fixed, like the extraction of the rock when I showed my video on how to do something with the issue council, definitely I'll talk about that. But if you go to Spectrum, you'll see it's usually a place to complain for the most part. And I mean, it's the internet. People love to complain. I can understand, though, where a lot of people are coming from on this, from both sides, but mainly just the lack of things that are happening. The slow pace, you got to admit, it's a slow pace. Does that mean I don't think Star Citizen is a game that somebody should back if you're thinking about becoming a citizen and getting a game package? No, I still actually quite enjoy this game. I haven't spent thousands of dollars like some people, and maybe that's why my perspective is a little bit different, because for the amount of money I spent on this game, if you get a game package for like 45 bucks, this game's worth it, in my opinion, so far. What you get for $45 so far, and what you'll hopefully get in the future, including just what's coming out this year, I still think is pretty worth it. I mean, 45 bucks. You can play a lot, you can do a lot in this game right now, even with some of the issues. Some of the things that have been fixed awesome and work so much better. The 30k recovery, the fact that 30ks don't tend to happen nearly as often as they used to, and when they do, they're not so bad that you lose everything. That's pretty good. Some changes they made, like the fact that when you die, you do lose everything. I don't enjoy, but I actually kind of agree with. I kind of like the idea of making things a little bit harder. But definitely the thought that when you die, you lose everything because of a bug, because the game's kind of glitchy, that is an issue. However, they've removed a lot from the roadmap. The biggest removal, in my opinion, besides first-person radar scanning, which I was looking forward to, was the removal of the hangar, the personal hangar for the foreseeable future. Like, they were going to work on it. That's been pushed back. Persistent hangars, I think that's what they were called. That and the hangar management app, so you don't have to use a terminal to kind of, I was hoping to be able to put things like a rock into your vehicle before you spawn it. That would have been pretty awesome. But it's gone. I really wish they would at least put the hangar module that was a standalone thing back in, so you could at least play around with that. Because it was fun, and I was really looking forward to that. But that has been pushed back. That's unfortunate. They've also, the only thing they really added was a coffee vendor AI at Area 18, which I'm putting out another video, hopefully today, about where to find some little free things in the game, how to get a couple freebies in the game. And one of them was at that coffee shop. So hopefully, when that gets fixed, that's still going to be there. It's like a little bit of a little hidden treat. Not so hidden once I put it on the internet, I suppose, but I'm looking forward to that. The big thing is that the change between the progress tracker and the roadmap. And the reason why this is a big thing for me, I understand when they say that they are getting rid of the roadmap because people see things on there and then they get removed and then get annoyed. Yeah, a lot of people do get annoyed. They get annoyed when something is on there and removed and on there and removed and announced and saying we're a few months away, and years later it never happens. But the release view was at least something to look forward to. I never expected everything to ever be on there, but it was kind of a quick and easy way to look and see what's being developed, because the progress tracker is so complex. It's got so much stuff on it, so many things to look at, that scrolling through here and looking at each one and trying to figure it out, really, I didn't want to spend that much time doing that. Where if I looked at the release view, you could easily see what they're at least working on now, but you can see that things have dropped off quite a bit, and they're only going to be putting on, I think they said like a month in advance, so not nearly as intuitive. I find the progress tracker, although it is better, I kind of like the release view. I wasn't one of the people that was holding everyone to what they were putting on there as being set in stone. I mean, I've been following this game long enough to know that is not the case, but I kind of hope the release view is at least giving an idea of what they would like to be moving on. I know this is it, but look at how much information on here. A lot different, a lot harder to kind of follow along, but that is the release view. But if you go to Spectrum, you'll see a lot of people are very upset with this, and partly it's because they say, well, we're not doing the release view anymore because it's the community who's making this hard on us by complaining that, you know, things are moving at a snail's pace. And if you're gonna make hundreds of $1 million off people supporting this, saying that expecting something from there is annoying, is not really the correct answer, kind of tone deaf in my opinion. And so that's pretty much all I'm going to be saying about Progress Tracker here. Do I still like Star Citizen? Absolutely. I love this game. And most people are still playing this game. If you are really the kind of person that says, I quit, I'm not going to play this game anymore, it's not for me, I'm going to come back in a year and see what's happened, go right ahead. But most people are still at least enjoying what's happening. And what's happening is today is February 3rd. So there's a few things starting up really in this month with the year of the year of monkey in this game. It's the year of the tiger in real life, but year of the monkey in the universe because of what year it is. We have all the little gift packages around. This is very much like the Luminalia gift packages. Now I just went and gathered 4 of them when I was in Lorville to sell them and see what price they sell. I was wondering if they were nerfed. They were 1,000 last year, but remember the Luminalia gifts were 1,000 and they were dropped down to 250. I'm happy to say they are 500. So they are not quite as bad as the Luminalia gifts. They are 500 currently. Now when you go there and try to sell them and they've been dropped again, that will be annoying, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully 500, which is a good compromise in my opinion. 4 of them was 1,000. You're not making massive amounts of money in that, but you're able to sell them for a little bit better, make it a little bit more worth your time if you're the kind of person who wants to run around gathering some of those items. So the packages are hidden around the spaceports, just like the Luminalia ones. These are little red envelopes. Go check those out, sell those if you'd like. They are there, which is kind of cool. Also, starting today, hopefully at some point, is Xenothreat. And now this, if you've never taken part in Xenothreat before, not only was it a good way to make money, but it was also a super fun event. There's basically, I know they say 3 phases, but really saying, all right, I'm ready to fight is not really a phase in my opinion. Phase 1, gathering supplies. There's 3 different types of supplies. There's a whole guide. Again, I will put that in the link in the description below. And you're gathering either items that are quantum sensitive, or you're gathering things that are impact sensitive, you're gathering things that are time sensitive, and you can gather all those items and put them into different ships and fly them around. And what's really cool about that is you're working as a team. So if you have a ship that can transport goods, you could be a pilot. If you have a fighting ship, you can defend those people. If you have a multi-tool with a tractor beam, definitely get a multi-tool with a tractor beam. You could be going onto the different wrecks and gathering those items and helping load them onto the different ships. The secret is if it's impact sensitive, you can put it on either ship. If it's quantum sensitive, you don't put it with a time sensitive. If it's time sensitive, you don't put it with the quantum sensitive. That's basically it. And you start shuttling these things over to Javelin. You're refueling it, resupplying it. Once it's refueled and resupplied, there's a bit of a break, and then there's another phase where then the Javelin is launching to another location to fight an Idris, I believe it is. And with that, you are going to be doing a lot of dogfighting and defending and trying to destroy this Idris, which has an awesome explosion at the end. All along, last time Xenothreat ran, you were making a ton of money. So making a bunch of cash and also earning reputation. And every level of reputation you're earning, and you just have to hit that reputation level. So if you just barely hit the 2nd reputation level by the end of this event, you're going to get the reward there. And this was permanent armor last time that went into your hangar, so that every time you play the game, even after a server wipe, you were getting that armor. And I'm thinking that may be the case. So I'm going to look into that. Definitely this evening, I'm going to be playing some Xenothreat if it's starting to run and making some videos there, and you can see some of the different stages. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking very much forwards to Xenothreat, both for the money that could potentially be made, as well as how it is a super fun event. Now, after that, we're going to talk about one more thing, and that is basically the different news happening for the events of this month. Hello, citizens. We are interrupting this video with a little bit of a news announcement. As I was editing this, just about to put it onto YouTube, just about to render, I checked Spectrum to see if there's any updates, and there is indeed one from about 20 minutes ago for Xenothread. It is coming out, it is starting at 21 UTC, Universal Time Code. I can't remember what UTC stands for. What it stands for is, by the time you see this video, Xenothread is live on the PU. So if you are a backer, get into the verse and try this out. This is one of the funnest events that CIG has held. It's got a little bit of something for everyone. If you want to do some cargo hauling, if you want to do a little bit of space combat, if you want to do some FPS stuff, if you want to join the Xenothreat side. Unfortunately, it's not really set up for that in the game. There's no way to earn rep that way. I really wish there was, but feel free to join the other side and try to take out some of the ships. What a fun event. And if you don't have a vehicle that you really think would do well here, there's always people looking for turret gunners. There's always people looking to join up, and there's always people looking to help join the cause. So a great event that you can get to right now. It is live. So here we are on the website. We're going to look at the Lunar New Year 2022, just some of the events that are happening during this Lunar New Year. Now, besides the envelopes that I was just talking about, we do have some ships available with limited time paints. Let's see, what do they have here? They have the Saber paints, which is the red and gold. It's going to have like the monkey theme on it. We could see that. If I go back this way, we can see it. We'll look at the main website here. Right there, there's like the monkey kind of theme on the wings. Wasn't a really good picture in the actual ad here. So that is on the Saber. We have a Constellation, or saving 15%. You can get the packs, both packs there. Now, that is just this year. Last year there was the Nomad paint, and I forget what the other one was, but it will be down here. Nomad and Freelancer. There you go. So you can get the Nomad and Freelancer paints from last year or a pack. These are Year of the Ram, so you got a little ram on them. They were pretty cool. Even though I love the Nomad, I did not pick up this paint. I don't think I can get this year regardless. They do have some ships available as well. So not only do they have the paints for the ships, but they do have the ships. We have the Saber plus the paint for 180, let's say. Constellation Taurus for 201 with the red paint. And the Andromeda for 250. And the Killa for 321. And then we have Warbond upgrades that you can do for these as well. So if you already have Constellation, or if you have other ships you want to upgrade to the Saber or the Constellation, we do have upgrades here as well. And we have the Hull series ships being available. And these are all concept, but hopefully still coming out soon. Although one of the announcements was that the Hull C was delayed for a bit. And so I'm not sure what that means for the other constellations. Now these have all gone up in price looking at these now. I'm going to pause here for a moment on my end and just kind of double check, but I know these have all definitely gone up because this is definitely a lot more than it used to be. What's the D at? Oh, that is definitely, that's like at least a couple hundreds. Maybe? Yeah, I think it was 250 before. I'm going to go check. I'll be right back. So I am back, and I looked these up. The Hull A, the last time it was for sale, was $60. Now it's $80. So that is a $20 increase. The Hull B has increased $50 from $90. The Hull C has increased $150 from $200. So it's gone up quite a bit. And the Hull D has gone up $200 from $350 the last time that I saw it. So they have all gone up quite a bit for these Hull. These are all in concept still. They start out in this shape, but basically expand, and all the cargo containers are put on these antennas on the outside. They are designed almost like if you think the Argo raft to hold the containers on the exterior. I believe some of these ships well, the main issue with all these ships is once you have the cargo on them, they cannot land planet sides because these expand and the cargo is all the way around. So these are ships that are used for transferring items from station to station, not from planet to surface, which is where the Argo Raft will come in as a fairly good one. Also, there's going to be a contest, and I'm going to talk about the contest real quick. So you go to Community and Spectrum, and you can check out the contests in general, and there is the Red Festival Screenshot Contest. So the Red Festival Screenshot Contest is you can look at the contest overview and you can look at some of the submissions. This is the submission thread where people have entered some of their screenshots here. So check them out. I have one that I have just submitted. Looks just like this. Because the main theme, if we look at the main contest theme overview, the theme of new beginnings, and what more would represent a new beginning in this game than waking up in a hospital gown and getting yourself some new threads. So that was kind of my thought, my little idea for this. And if you win the screenshot contest, we have all of these are ships with lifetime insurance and the red paint that you just saw previously. There's an RSI Constellation, an Aegis Saber, and a Nomad, all available to win. So always enter the contest if you can. The contests are awesome. They're free to enter. They're pretty fun. Some of them are pretty creative. There's ones for making videos, ones for making screenshots, ones for writing. There's always something cool to enter. Check out the contest. This is the newest one, the Red Festival contest. I think that may be it. So if I come up with anything else, I'll be making another video. Definitely I'll be making a video this evening, at least starting to record Xenothreat if it starts at a more reasonable time for me. And I'll be putting out another video again really quick about how to get some free items in the game. Some free supplies, I should say. So if you are interested in getting some free drinks and food, take a look at that. Until next time, I hope to see you soon in the verse. Goodbye.